Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, guys, how's it going tonight?
Evening. It's going. Yeah.
It's going.
Another Tuesday that felt like a Monday.
It was like Monday part 2.
Well, welcome in, everybody. It is season 4, episode 6. We got Stanley Orchard and John from A&J Outdoors.
Good
on panel.
evening.
We got Outdoors Live crew in the chat. Brian Drums, David Martin, Tube Buddy, and Wild Japan. Good to see everybody.
Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out.
Yes, cheers, for sure.
For sure.
So I know John got out over the weekend and caught some fish. Stanley was back from Mexico, hopefully relaxing.
Yeah.
Did you get to go offshore or no?
I did not. We got canceled last minute. It just wasn't happening.
Cruiser Mac, good to see you.
Yeah. Wild too.
What's going on, Wild Game Pursuit? Janet, cheers.
Janet.
Yeah.
Yeah, our weather finally straightened up Sunday, and I got out and took the frost covers off the garden and inspected things. And heck, it was 62 yesterday and cloudy today, about mid-50s, but it's definitely feeling more like spring. But we got rain next couple of days and some possible snow and mixture of ice Thursday, I believe. So,
yeah, we got that crappy rain stuff here right now. It's rain today. It's supposed to rain most of the day tomorrow. And then I think Thursday is supposed to be nice. And then Friday, Saturday is rain all over again, I believe.
Yeah. It's been feeling good out here the last 2 days, though. I'm feeling spring. Our plants are stupid. They start sprouting like mid-January around here. And they've been doing that. And, of course, the freeze just wipes them out every time they do that. But everything's starting to kind of you get in the mood and it's starting to bud a little bit. And I'm like, I want to go. I want to go get a garden going. I was talking about that today.
Right. Den Boy, what's up? Scully Nation, good to see you guys.
What's
I
Scully?
know David. David sent me a video from the weekend. I think it was Sunday. He had a dang blizzard up there in Newfoundland. It looked rough. Had some frozen pipes and bad deal.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
So, David, I hope you're getting thawed out up there.
I appreciate that. About the thumbs up, too, David. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what about you guys? Anybody else in the chat? Well, we're sitting here and talking about all this up. Everybody's kind of talking about their what's going on right now, what y'all are doing. Anybody else get out and do anything this weekend? We got a ton of pictures in the Discord server. Curious, like what you guys went out and what you were doing all weekend long. You know, that's one of our topic of conversations here. What have you been up to?
Yeah. Well, you?
Yeah.
So
of course, if you're seeing blizzards and stuff, I don't know how much you're able to do, but
we had that fish trip. One of the guys, he's up in the hill country just north of me, and so he had downed trees, power out for days. He was running on generators, which of course didn't do everything for him. So, like day one was Thursday. He did not make it down on Thursday. He came down like around lunchtime on Friday. His power came on Thursday night, like 1 a.m. So yeah, they had a rough time. That storm really messed them up.
Is that the one that's coming our way now?
No, that's the one we had last week about this time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one that popped in like right when I got home.
Mm-hmm.
Which hit us in Mexico like 2 days before we got home. And when it hit Mexico, it turned the 78-degree weather into 72-degree weather.
Oh, it's just terrible.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I can handle this. Let's go home and enjoy some of this. Nope. Destroyed the fishing for us all weekend.
But we get fish. We get fish. Not great white bass run. We missed it a little bit, but we had a good time. Caught some fish. There'll be video. There might be some photos on the screen later from that trip.
There might be.
Might be. Could be. I posted my first pictures, I think, in the Discord server. First time.
Yeah, there needs to be like we need to have some kind of award or something for that for somebody's. We do need something like that actually, because we have a lot of first timers in the photographs later in the live stream here. When we pull all that up, there are some first timers. I don't know how to designate them. I don't know how to give a proper welcome to these guys. So if anybody has any ideas on that, I'm all ears, because there's some people who deserve it. Brand new people who popped in, they're like, "Oh, cool, we're doing pictures. Check out this thing I did last weekend." And of course,
yeah, Janet, I think that's on my end too, because I've been seeing on the YouTube that I'll be freezing up and stuff. So our internet connection, has been kind of hit or miss yesterday and today. So I have to suffer through it.
We'll get you through it. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was just on my end that I was hearing that, or I was waiting for somebody to say something. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jan.
it's my connection, because I'll see you guys all of a sudden just do spinny wheels, and I know it's not both of you guys.
Yeah, I was getting that down in Mexico, so I know how that goes.
USA live stream. Hello, good to see you.
Hey.
Yep, what's up?
I love that channel name, by the way. Like, kudos on an awesome name. USA live stream. Whose buddy is that? That's the first time I've seen USA live stream in here.
I think it's new to me too.
Yeah, she's been around since the Friday days.
Been around for a while. I apologize for not knowing that. I'm sorry about that, but thank you very much. And I'm going to stand by it. Awesome channel name.
So we were going to talk about the crazy catches tonight, right?
Yeah.
What is some of the crazy catches you guys in chat have caught?
We have, like, anybody who spends any amount of time out on the water is going to run into something, even if it's like, maybe not uncommon. You're going to run into something that's like, wow, that's weird. Whether it be like a redfish with, the weird spot patterns that you'll get sometimes, or maybe you'll run into, a species of fish, or maybe it's not even a fish that you run across and you're just like, what in the world did I just come across? We have posts in the Discord server all the time where people are asking, like, what is this thing that I just saw? And we're actually going to be discussing that in a little while too. We got some questions from the guys in the Discord server. So we're curious, you guys in the chat, what are the weirdest things that you have come across out there hunting and fishing? What are the weirdest catches you ever got? What are the weirdest catches you ever saw somebody else pull up? We're doing our discussion here, but we want to hear about you guys as well. What are the craziest things you guys have come across? yeah. I caught a Scotty, so same boat. That wasn't the weirdest catch ever, unless you're taking into account my face, ugly mug. Otherwise, that was not a weird catch at all.
I think the weirdest thing I've seen was an eel caught out of the river. And other than that, I've seen a spoonbill caught once.
Yeah, that's not even on my bucket list. I just don't ever feel like I will have the ability to get into one of those guys.
Well, something I've watched a little bit on TikTok is live spoonbill snagging.
I've heard that. Yeah, that's how you get them.
I think they can have 2 a day. I mean, they've snagged some monsters.
That's so weird that snagging is the way to get it. You can get them in Oklahoma. Is that, you said snagging is the way to go for that?
Yeah, they fish for them in Oklahoma. Texas, you're not allowed to, but Oklahoma you can.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I did not know that. I got family up that way. I wish they would come and hang out with us on the live streams. Their loss.
Okay, nothing weird. I think turtle is probably the weirdest thing I've caught, and that's not that weird.
Really? That's the weirdest thing?
Well, rocks. I've caught rocks before.
I've caught some weird rocks, sure. And I will say, so the first time I ever caught a turtle was actually last year. It was probably 20 months ago. I did that. I went down when you told me to go do the trout thing at that pond in Corpus.
Mm-hmm.
I went down there, and that's the first time I ever caught a turtle. And it wasn't a turtle; it was a terrapin, which I guess is a turtle. But semantics aside, yeah, that blew my mind at first. I was like, I had no idea. I was like, what is this? I wasn't expecting it. And it was a turtle, and I didn't even like, how did they even find the bait? I don't know, because I was fishing with corn in completely muddy water. It was a learning experience, actually. Yeah. So that was a little weird. I'm not going to lie. That's not something I expected. Yeah, people jumping in over here. Passion Art by Jessica. Hello, welcome.
Jessica.
Who's that? I missed, who was it? Henry? What's up, Henry? How are you doing, man? Speaking of weird catches, he just put out a video where he caught something really weird twice.
Fishing without a boat. What's up, man?
Yeah, that spot he was at. I'm interested to know why the water was so high. And if it's going to stay that high, I could see you catching some fish in them trees.
I was going to say, I was going to say that you need to do an entire video dedicated to, like, make it like total YouTube style, where it's like, why is this pier flooded? Let's fish it. Or, like, I don't know, something with the focus being on the flooded pier, and can we catch fish at the flooded, something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Caught a really big fish that couldn't even move. Yeah, I've caught those before.
Snails and a crab. Seen that.
I got a story about that we're going to talk about in a bit here.
Crawfish.
It broke him off, and you can watch the video to experience the whole thing. I'm not going to spoil any of that, but he it was freezing outside, like temperatures that I would not be able to handle, and he still busted out the waders. I love that. To went and go and get back out. He went to go get his lure, and after he got it, he kept fishing out there in the waders. I thought, yeah, you need to come down here to Texas. We could have some fun, Henry. You got the spine for it.
Yeah, I could see that being a good looking pond, or if there's fish in it, that's definitely a plus, having those shallows in those trees.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, gentlemen. I'm going to try to fix this.
Seen Wild Game Pursuit was doing some ice fishing over the weekend.
Nice.
Seen that on the Facebook.
I thought ice fishing was slowing down now.
Some perch.
I guess it's February. Like, things start warming up here kind of now. That doesn't mean it's like that for the rest of the country.
Yeah, it's still been cold. Like I said, it just warmed up here Sunday. It was cold all last week.
Yeah, we probably still got a few cold ones left. I think we're going to get down into the 30s in a couple of days here. It sucks, and that's probably going to hit like right when I should be out fishing. So it's going to mess me up a hair. We'll see how that goes.
Howie, Food Forest Permaculture, good to see you. Danny caught a rubber boot once. Hard to find, I bet.
I caught a fishing rod once. I can't take credit for that. My dad caught a fishing rod, a nice TLD reel on a rod. It was just a regular rod, nothing special about that. But the TLD reel is probably $250, and he reeled it in, and there was a fish on the other end. He caught a rod that had a fish on it.
See here. Wild Japan. The dumbest thing I did fishing lately was dive in after my phone when it was snowing.
Like in the water?
Really?
No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. I'm not going to be doing anything if it's snowing. I'll be filming. I'll be suffering through, but I'm not going to be getting wet. I'll tell you that. Your buddy Danny, you gotta elaborate on that. He says his buddy caught a stringer of reds once. I got to hear more about this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Somebody
lost their stringer, apparently.
Right. Speaking of, okay, I got to say, one of the coolest catches I ever saw in my life. This isn't weird. We're still talking weird, but one of the coolest catches I ever saw was when we were all up in Michigan. And Grant, it was you or it was Janet. Somebody hooked into a bass, and you guys had the popping corks on there and got cut off. And Grant, just like a machine, like that, he just switched it on and he cast over and hooked into that float, and was able to get in the fish. I want to say you got it in, right? Or you were able to, because you did the same thing down here on the jetty.
Yeah, and then the guy,
he caught
caught it after I hooked onto it, got it closer to the bank, and then the guy around the jetty ended up catching
the same fish. Did we get our lure back? I forget.
I think
we were laughing about it. We were talking about beating him up and taking his fish because it was ours.
Yeah, Wild Japan dove in the water.
No, thank you on that.
Goodness.
I don't know about that.
Goodness.
I got some weird catches, but
USA live stream. I am doing okay. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? Let's look at these weird pictures. What do you think?
So that's probably my weirdest catch. I did a video about this like 2 years ago. It's called a stargazer, and this is called the meanest thing in creation, is their nickname. And the reason is because, first off, that bite is pretty wicked. For two, they're poisonous. So their slime has a poisonous like thing to it or whatever. They got spines like on their like select areas. You don't want to get stung by them. But the main thing about them is right between their eyes is, aside from that weird looking face, but right between the eyes, they have an electrical thing, just like an electric eel, and they will shock the shit out of you.
Really?
It's not like an electric eel, but I don't know. Like I caught one time under my foot. I was walking around out at the beach, and I was in chest deep water, and I stepped on one. And all they do is they hide down in the sand. It's just their face that sticks out of the sand. So I stepped on his face, and I felt him, and I knew I had something. So because I was holding him down, so I was like, "Oh, I got you!" And I went and reached it down, and I held him up like this, and I had that face looking at me in the face because I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what I had. The first time I'd ever seen one. I was like 12 years old, and I picked him up, and I was like, "What are you?" And he kind of like that face right there that you see. The little corners of the mouth kind of looked up a little bit, like he had a little bit of a smile. And then he shocked the crap out of me. And it literally, like, it blew a pin-sized hole in my finger. Like, I had a scar on my finger from where, like, just. And of course, I went like that, and he got flown, and he got thrown. I've caught him, like, elsewhere. I actually ate one in a video 2 years ago. But yeah, I think that's probably I can't think. I've caught some weird stuff, and I can't think of any one of those other guys that beat him.
We'll go backwards here.
These are some other talking about weird fish. So this is all weird stuff that has like washed up on our beaches down here in Padre Island in the last 3 years. These are just when I was looking up stuff on weird fish. These were the things that popped up immediately in the news. 200 a slice for are you talking about stargazer? Because I can make that happen. I will do that on $100. It wasn't that good eating.
Wouldn't eat that one on the screen now.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That looks like something out of Tremors.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing
look like
movie, by the way.
Right. Doesn't look like it lived in the water. It looks like it would live in your dreams or nightmares.
In your nightmares. Yeah.
I don't remember what that one was. This was just recent. This was like a month ago. This thing washed up.
Was the American eel or some weird name they said they don't see it often.
American eel, I think, is one of the names. A snapper eel is the more common name. Which to me just tells me that it's probably going to taste wonderful if you ever catch one. If it's sitting there living off a snapper.
Have you ever eaten eel, Stanley?
I love eel. I've only had like, I can't remember. So I've had the sushi version of eel. That's the main one that I refer to, and I love that. I think it's amazing. It's wonderful.
Which is raw, right?
That's raw, salted or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I could eat an eel out of the river. That's the only time I've ever seen them was coming out of the river.
What was the eel that you ran across that time? You said was the weirdest one you got. Do you know what kind it was?
Just a freshwater eel is all I know out of the Ohio River.
I do plan. We have ribbonfish here, which I don't know if that's an eel, but it looks like an eel. And then we have those eels in the bay. And those are the only 2 eels that I'm really aware of. But I do intend on doing like catch and cooks on those. Just add them to the mix.
Right. Hooked up in Backlash. Good to see you.
What's up, man? You got to jump in on the conversation. Hooked up in Backlash. What's the weirdest thing you ever caught, man?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest one you ever came across?
There's a lot of weird stuff out there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seen some weird ones.
Yeah.
Underwear.
I'd say definitely in the saltwater.
Yeah. More.
That's so weird that you say that. That's how I feel about freshwater. Those worms, not worm. Okay, well, night crawlers for one was kind of like I had no idea those things had feet. First tried fishing with those, or like the little whatever things they got down by their head.
That's not a night crawler, is it, Grant? The worm expert.
They got like little textured things that they use to, not like long legs or anything, but they've got like a thing that they do like that on the front end or something.
Well, I've never heard those ones. I've never seen those ones.
Me either.
All right. I'm gonna have to film that and ask you guys about that.
Grant's the resident worm expert. You know that.
What about so the other one was, and you guys use them for bait all the time. I think it's the dragonfly larva. What are those things called? Those things freak me out.
Now I've used mealworms. Mealworms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leeches. They'll use leeches up north for walleye and stuff.
That one freaks me out.
Yeah.
Leeches are weird to me. I went jumping for crawfish in Salado River up north of here because we used to love going to the springs in Salado, and they got a dam and a little waterfall, and so underneath that waterfall is a bunch of crawfish. So as a kid, I'd go swimming up in there, but then we got out and we had all these leeches all over us, and I wasn't ready for that. I'd never experienced that before.
Hooked Up in Backlash said the weirdest thing he's caught is underwear.
Okay.
Is that a story we can tell?
Right. Is that a story you want to elaborate on?
Underwear.
We need to wait for like a little later at night to have that conversation.
Yeah, right. That's the late night show.
We're at the after hours in SFW.
There we go. Put a 1 in the chat if you want us to have a Friday night live for after hours.
Right. Do we need to have an adults swim like chat and live stream? Ever used a mantis shrimp? Those guys, mantis shrimp and ghost shrimp are another weird one, although they're all soft.
We bought shrimp at one of the bait stands one time and reached in there and luckily it didn't get nobody, but there was a mantis shrimp in there, live one. Like, damn, you gotta be careful when you stick your hand in the bait well. Had little crabs in there before.
Yeah,
man.
Cool.
I've seen a few people down there around Padre Island and shrimping on TikTok Live.
Yeah. I don't know where
Crabbing too. Was it blue crab season in down there?
Blue crab. I don't know if there's a closure.
Some
I think
kind of crab.
year, right? Blue crab. That's what's popular down here.
I don't think there's a season, but they do have some strict regulations on blue crabs.
Size rules and and how you can take them.
You can only take the males. You can't do females.
And, if you use traps, there's tag requirements on the traps and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like TikTok better than YouTube about. The live streams, man. You can just flip through them. Like today, there was somebody crawfishing in Louisiana, crabbing in Northeast.
But what do you got to do to live stream on TikTok? Do you have to have a certain number of followers or something?
I believe you have to have 1,000. Yeah.
I don't think I have that.
They got weird, like different kind of rules and stuff like that. My sister-in-law does TikTok real heavy. Peter's wife, that's her big thing, and she was able to do like a weekend sub for sub kind of a push, and it was totally like cool after that.
Gotcha. Where is Peter, by the way? We hadn't seen him in ages.
Man,
that's true.
I don't know. I'm going to talk to him about that. I'm going to tell him that we mentioned him.
Yeah. Tell him we're going to start talking bad about him, dang it.
Right. We need to have a little, just a 15-second segment on here where we're just like, where is Peter and what is like the stupid like reason or whatever why he's not here tonight. Like we'll all make up a reason and have some fun with it.
I do really well.
We could have some fun with that.
Passion Art by Jessica. I don't think I've got you on TikTok. I'll have to look for you.
Still freezing up over there.
Is everybody doing like everybody here? I know that there's some people here that do TikTok. You want to drop your TikTok handles in the chat just for fun? We can all like see what everybody does. I wouldn't mind checking that out. I'd be kind of curious about that. I enjoy. I don't always. I've gotten really bad about leaving comments on people's videos. I apologize for that, but I do enjoy still on my subscribers feed. That's my main source of like viewing pleasure right now is going through there and watching people's videos.
Yeah,
I try to leave comments like once a month, like on somebody's video. You know, like 7-8 comments a week. I try to.
Mm-hmm.
David Martin says, by chance, have any of you seen that video circulating on the biggest crawdads? They're size of lobsters. I haven't seen that video. Let me see if we can look up a picture. You guys seen that video?
Oh.
I have not.
Crawdads. Man, size of lobster. Shoot, they basically are lobster, freshwater lobster.
That makes me curious, man. That sounds good.
I think they taste a lot like them.
Yeah, I haven't had crawdads in years, but I do like them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get the thing here. Hold on a second. I'll do a screen share, but I have to have a separate screen.
Okay.
I'm halfway there. I have 510 followers.
There you go. See, it seems like I don't see, I guess on the following page, I'll hit following to go watch the people's video that I follow, but I'll get like 10 or 12 and then it'll say that's all I've got. So
yeah.
Oh, I got a request on this. Would you mind pulling that up for me, that screen share real quick? I need your help with this, guys in the chat. I need your help with this. The screen share.
That one?
No, the other one.
This one?
That's the one. Yeah. Okay, so I have a request. Everybody in the chat, please. I want you to do me a favor. I don't like calling in favors like this, but I'm going to do it on this one. So
2018.
This is from 2018. Now, one thing on this, though, one funny thing about this. So, you can find these things. There is a pond. They're invasive, and they are trying to crack down on these things. But you can find these things in Brownsville in the ponds, like golf course ponds and stuff. That's a video that I was like kind of trying to figure out. I just can't figure out what pond they're catching these things in, but I have looked into doing that. So that's one thing. And there's our picture of what we're talking about with those crawdads. But this is where I need your help. So this gentleman here, or if there is anybody else that you are a fan of, like a fishing channel, hunting channel, if there's somebody that you're a fan of, I have to ask that you absolutely destroy the comments on their videos, asking them to come join us for the live stream. Like, I want some of these guys, like, they do some really cool videos and stuff like that. I want them on the panel with us. I want to come here and have a conversation about this exactly right here. Like, I want to talk to this guy about this crawfish that he got. And we can't do it justice by sitting here and talking about a screenshot of his YouTube video. We need to actually have a conversation with this gentleman.
That's crazy. That is a big. Yeah, I've seen there's rules in Texas. You can't use a certain type of crawfish and all this kind of stuff because they're invasive ones. Michigan too, I think, was having an issue with the red crawfish or whatever it was. They had.
I think I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's laws in Illinois as well. There's a season. I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head. It seems like it's June, July for us.
This is a new giant species of crawfish. This is what NPR is saying.
April to June.
That's a really big one.
How did it take so long to discover this
Steve
Barbicimbarus, the quite large crayfish?
Hey, Steve from Wyoming. Good to see you.
Hey, Wyoming. That's, we need some more fishing guys from like Wyoming too.
Yeah, fishing and hunting. We don't hear much from Wyoming at all.
We need that. We need somebody to talk to about Wyoming stuff and Montana.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
David Martin says he sent you a picture, Stanley, on Discord. You can't
okay. I can't hold on the screen share on that's weird, but I can look that up. Oh, that's another one. We need to harass Jeremy Wade. I want to get him on here. We can get Jeremy Wade on this live stream. I swear to you.
Let's do it.
That can happen.
That's a monster. Golly.
It's been years since I've caught a crawfish too.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, me too.
Now I'm getting hungry for him. I want to go and get it. Is that a walleye? Oh, that's some kind of eel or something. Jeremy Wade, I swear, he's one of those guys. Like, I love him to death. Like, I hate him because I'm so envious of him.
What, to get paid to travel across the world to catch big crazy fish and crazy others?
It's the way he is so dramatic about it. He's so perfectly dramatic about it. Like, if he didn't have his show, he would have made an exquisite YouTube creator. Just from the drawing in the book to the way that he, the way that he gets speared by the Arapaima. And the beautiful way his silver hair is and his accent. I'm not gonna lie, like, he's a beautiful human being.
Going over the edge there.
I'm trying to butter him up a little bit because this is my intention. Is that I'm going to take the clip of this from the live stream. I'm going to send it to him and I'll be like, Mr. Wade, you beautiful human being, I need you to join us on the live stream because we need to chat.
We have so many questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could fill a show, live stream with that really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick.
Not far off, Jessica. They are very closely related to spiders, actually. And I don't know why. I despise spiders, but I'm totally cool with lobsters and crawfish and crabs.
Howie, good night. Take care. All right, we ready to look at some photos of the week?
It is that time. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So before we get started on this, I have to make some apologies. We were inundated with pictures in the Discord server this week. Like, it was way more than what I thought we were going to be getting. People were catching some really awesome catches. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is absolutely unfair that every single person who has a photo on here doesn't have like their own screen of their own individual photos. They did an amazing job. Everybody's just been killing it. That's the entire intention of what we are doing, is to encourage everybody to get outside, go, have some fun, get some fresh air, and then take a photo of it and share it here so that we can, try to help push people into doing that some more. So that's what we're going to continue with this week. But just so you know, we didn't do the photos justice like we could have this week. Of course, this is brought to you by the Premier Fishing and Hunting Discord server. There is a link in the description of this video down below. Come and join us. Come and have some fun with the, the outdoors, showing off your catches and the things that you're doing, hiking and cooking and everything else, hunting. We all have a good time over there. If you ever have any questions, it is an excellent place to go to get some answers or insight into the things that you want to go and enjoy. So first off, right off the bat, this is our South Texas crew right here. We got John right here. Those are his catches from the weekend. He actually managed to get out and get himself into a good little box full of white bass. And we do have a video coming out on that.
There will be a video.
Nice.
There will be a video.
I slipped in a little shot of one of my Mexico fishing trip. That was a hell of a fish.
Did I do that? My bad.
It's all good.
He's out of control.
One more time.
You're fired.
All good.
I was trying to full screen it.
Oh, gotcha. I've made that. I've done that exact same thing before. It's tricky. Yeah, so that's up top. That is one shot from an amazing fish that I hooked up into in Mexico. Stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe check it out, because we've got some adventures coming along. It's gonna be a couple of videos before we get there, though. Big Al on the top right over there is now is a YouTuber in our area who is fishing with Big Al. And my father-in-law, Rich, who's right there in the middle of the screen, the bottom, he's been just tearing it up out there, doing a ton of fishing, taking a bunch of photos. He ran into Big Al, made friends with him, and now I'm envious, and I'm wondering why Big Al isn't friends with me. I don't know. I've run into him before, but that's fine. You gentlemen be friends. That's cool. I'll make up my time later. Rich got out there. As you can see, he's been tearing it up out on the jetty. He also went out with a friend of ours, Bobby Hill. If you're in the South Texas area and you want to go out and do some fishing and you want to get into some stuff, I got his number on the screen for you there. I'm doing a free plug for him, and I appreciate John and Grant letting me do that, because this gentleman has been very kind and hooked us up with some amazing fishing, and he does a great job of it. As you can see right there, that's all stuff that Bobby took my father-in-law to go out and do. So just so you know, if you want to do some fishing down here, that's a great way to get into it.
Hey, Zane.
Hey, Zane.
Next up, we have just a ton more photos here. Nick, on the top right corner of the screen, absolutely destroyed it this week. Nick, you're one of the people that I just cannot. I have to apologize. I could not fit all of your photos. It was just so many amazing shots. He was really killing it, getting out there, getting outdoors and going and do some fishing. We got Unknown Outdoors, Sunfish King, who is always very productive. The peculiar Mr. Nibbles. I just love that shot personally. I don't know how to pronounce this, but in the top left corner, is that a brown trout for BAJT41? Badge T41?
I would be willing to agree.
Brown trout. I don't know the freshwater species, so I just think that's a gorgeous fish. An amazing catch. I'm really jealous. Then Tigers fan and official player, just another one. Official player had a ton of adventures that we were just not able to fit everything in here.
Brook trout.
Yeah, and he was just getting out there. Tigers fan, of course, is another one who's always getting out there and going and doing stuff. Kudos to you guys for doing what you're doing. And then we got more. Moneybag Yo with a ton of raccoons. Dog Lover with an absolutely sick tuna. Zane, who just popped in over here. You got absolutely perfect timing.
Man,
I don't know how to describe that other than just an absolute hog.
that's a beast of a hog.
That is I'm curious what you did with that actually, since you just popped in. I'm curious to know, did you cook that? How did you you don't cook it all at once. Like, how did you process that guy down? And then Robe Demas with his personal best pike at nearly 120 inches.
120 inches?
That's what he said he measured out to. That's what that measuring tape right there is showing. Or 120, is it centimeters? I don't know. I don't think it's centimeters. Is it?
I'd say centimeters. 120 inches is like, was that 7, 8, 9, like 9 foot tall?
Don't they get that big? I don't know.
No, pike don't get that big.
Okay. So 120 centimeters then.
Probably is.
I needed the less on that. I appreciate you keeping me in check because I don't know the difference. Random guy, dog lover. I apologize for that. I made a whole thing about that just a moment ago before I started. So a lot of people got cheated out of a lot of really great shots this week. My apologies to everyone. It's not just you. Dude, there was so many photos that got posted in the server. There was no way I could fit them all in and this not take 30 minutes. A lot of people I'm going to be making a lot of apologies to a lot of people. This is how it was. Some great shots. So from all of the shots that we have now, it is that time we need to know from you guys in the chat. Let me get my little pen out right here. Who is deserving? Who is the person that should get our photo of the week? BAJT41 with a beautiful shot of something that I can that's high up on my bucket list. Beautiful little trout. Zane with a absolute hog, or Robe Demas with their personal best pike. Please let us know in the chat. Leave your vote, A, B, or C. And I'm taking a moment. I'm going to write this down, and then I am going to cast my vote. And what do we got here? Okay, I'm getting caught up in the chat now. First off, we got hey, Zane, nobody. Hey, so Zane, here's the deal with anybody. He says, I got to vote for myself. Nobody's going to hold that against you. You absolutely have the right to do that. The people who do not come in here and represent when they are, the photographer of the week finalist, we make fun of them. We give them a hard time. So, for example, I'm casting my vote for BAJT. I personally, that's my shot. That's the one that I like. Let me cast that real quick. But that having been said, they are not here to defend themselves, and you get to say whatever you want about that absolutely fake image that they stole off of Pixabay. And then we got
There we go. I think John's back now.
It's a close.
I wasn't here
right now.
You was froze up for a second or a few seconds.
It's going to keep happening. It's a bad connection tonight.
Really close here, and be mindful of this. Everybody from that's posting pictures in the Discord server, if you're not aware, so you got to have a great catch. Robe Demas down there has an excellent catch, and Robe is new. This is probably Robe's first picture that they sent in. If not, they're very new. This is their first week on the server, something like that. Obviously, great catch, but not the best photo. The photography of your catch, it does come into play with this, and it's coming into play with our vote right now. At the moment, we have BAJT with 4 votes and Zane with 5. You got about 30 seconds. Anybody who wants to cast a vote, throw it in now. Do it while you can. It's a close one. Zane?
Yeah. Zane. We'll say, Zane, where was that killed? What state was that shot in? It's kind of curious.
And I'm going to add to the mix and say, Zane says, you guys are going to make me go out and kill more stuff for the picture of the week competition. Yeah, the next level of this whole thing is going to be, dinner's on you. That's where we're getting with this. That's the direction we're headed. You don't just have to have the photo of the week and the greatest catch of the week. You also have to have like who prepares the best plate of the week to the panel.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, we like to eat.
Yeah. You can tell. I like food. We got 10 seconds left here. It is Zane right now, 5-4 over BAJT. You got 6, 5, 4. Cast your votes now. 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Zane, you are the picture of the week, sir. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This is not, is it the first time you've won? Out of Pennsylvania. Got to call that outfitter. I know had a pig breaking the backs of other boar at the property. I make that offer to ranchers all the time.
Wow.
Nobody lets me in. And so Zane is Seaman down there. So that's his sailfish.
It's freezing
So
up.
that's a heck of a feat right there. You got the sailfish and the hog. That's an outdoorsman, sir.
No doubt.
That is you, right? I'm not messing that up, am I? I do mix things up from time to time, especially when names change and things like that. Congratulations, regardless, and welcome to the photographer of the week and the and welcome to being a member of the 2023 Wall of Fame. We very much appreciate you, sir. Keep them coming. I want to see everything that you can kill this year. Yeah, it's Seaman. That's what I thought. Just making sure.
Nice.
So congratulations, sir.
Yes. Not back to back, but nonetheless, twice up
Works.
there already in 5 weeks into the new year.
And that's that. He got a hunting. He won it with a hunting photo and a fishing photo. I like that.
Yes. Very nice. Pennsylvania. I think we're about 9 hours from parts of Pennsylvania. Ibex hunting Texas next month. Sounds like fun.
Ooh, I want in on that. Wait a second. Where are you going for ibex? I'm curious about that. What part of Texas? Model 42 Winchester. Really?
Nice.
I'm curious which one that is. Hold on, I'm looking it up now.
1946. Wow.
A nice gun you're talking about there, man.
Lazy CK Ranch or another group.
Lazy CK, huh? Let me see.
410. Okay.
Man.
There.
That is a heck of a place you got there, Zane.
Mr. Rick, what's up?
Hey there.
Mr. Rick.
Hill country. Yeah, you're not too far from us out there.
Bad. Okay. That sounded really bad at first.
It's an awesome gun. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, I guess get it how you can get it.
Right. It's yours now. Congratulations.
This guy's going to be in your neck of the woods, going out there to do some hunting south of San Antonio.
Yeah, Southwest probably. Oh, I've hunted over there. They got a lot of the, and probably where he's going is one of the high fence places over there.
Is that what
south
you're
of
doing? Is it a
Junction.
high fence?
Probably is, especially if it's got exotics on it.
Talking guns, I got a pair of saddle guns, Marlin 30-30 and a 45-70. God, I love those things.
Grant McIntosh is our local archery dude.
Yeah, I'm in Southern Illinois. That's all I do is bow hunt. I don't gun hunt.
Well, you can see the background. It speaks for itself. So Grant has that background. That's why I decided to throw up a couple of photographs in the background that are like nowhere near as awesome looking.
Yeah, Macomb. I don't even know how far Macomb is.
Yeah, you got a 1896. Yeah, 1896 Merlin. 357. It's a good gun. I love Marlin. Justin Graves. That sounds familiar. John, do you recognize that name?
Mm-mm.
I swear that's a YouTuber.
Oh yeah, that's north from me. Macomb is. Nice.
3,000 for a week of archery. That's the cost of a nilgai buck down here. Wild Japan, you're going. He says later this month we're going south, and I'll probably go fishing for Wakasagi smelt.
No.
I'd like to see some pictures of that. I'd like to see. I assume you're going to film a video on that. Please do, and if you don't, I would like to see some pictures on that smelt. I am really intrigued at smelt. I've heard about it. I've never seen anything about it.
Yeah, we used to get smelt up in Michigan if it's the same smelt.
Mm-hmm.
So different.
Heard stories about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Zane, you're preaching to the choir on that one. I'm down here, the Corpus Christi area, Texas. Yeah, and hunting deer down here is not quite the same as it is up in the Midwest. It's a little different experience.
Yeah, I know David gets smelt up there in around Newfoundland, but I don't think they're around here.
We used to go in Panama Bay, Michigan. Now you typically got to go up to the UP to get them.
You sound like you're auto-tuned.
Really? It's bad.
It's not terrible. It was just like a little part of it.
I'm freezing up a lot.
Farmall Fanatic, the $1.57.
What's
Cheers.
up, Farmall? Oh, I don't. Oh, StreamYard does not let me do the chat on here. Hold on. I can do it here. I got to beat Farmall, at least on one. I know he's probably going to come back and like kick my butt, but whatever.
Yeah, I'd say the deer ought to be shedding antlers here in most places, I'd say.
There it is. It took a second.
Damn it. I was just going to beat them by a penny. But
I was trying to be fast. It was the automatic denomination on there. Yeah, Zane, we got a lot of nilgai down here. So they raise them out of the King Ranch, which is like one of the biggest ranches in the world. But it's bordered by the pass that's cut between the mainland and Padre Island. So what they do is they end up just swimming across the channel, and there's places you can go to get them from there. And they're escaping out all over the place because they end up going around or whatever. But They have been for like decades now. So we do have a little bit of a population of nilgai running around. And it's an exotic, so you can hunt them all day long. There's just regular hunting regulations you got to follow.
Well, Stanley and Outdoors Live crew, cheers.
Can't let Farmall be the winner on that. That's no fun. At least not right off the bat.
Rick has seen 6 bucks this week that still have antlers. Yeah, I seen one. See, it was Thursday of week before last. I saw 2 bucks, actually. They ran across the road from me. Still had both sides.
Zane, those things look prehistoric. Saw them in Florida. Heard their meat is as good as beef. The only time I've ever had it was jerky. A friend of ours got some down there. The guy who turned me on to it. It was really good. Like, I love the jerky. I just like meat. Like, I have a really hard time. If you watch anything on my channel, like, I eat everything. It doesn't even. I have a hard time telling the difference between a bunch of stuff. I enjoy it all. But it was good. It was really good. Need a bigger. Yes. Now I'm a fairly decent shot with a 30-30, but I think I would probably go 45-70 for nilgai to be safe.
There you go. Hit up the
Speaking my
crappie.
language.
Rick, no doubt. I haven't talked. They finally opened the lake yesterday. It was 6 days late, I guess. So the lake is open. We'll see. We got rain next couple days, then 40 Saturday and 50 Sunday. So I'm going to try to get after them this weekend somewhere.
I've been wanting. You said, John, you told me that March was the time to hit up Mathis Lake for crappie. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. I really want to get out there and get into that. Hey, Zane says, don't knock some of those high fence places. I got skunk on access at a preserve. Those animals know the drill. Absolutely. We had a whole conversation about this a couple of weeks ago, so we don't need to retread that. There are like pluses and minuses for high fence or not. Some of us prefer it, some of us don't, for obvious reasons. But yeah, nobody's like straight up saying anything negative to anybody who goes out and hunts a high fence. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, if you got the money to do it, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
because them guys are there to make money.
Yeah,
you're there to kill something. Everybody's happy.
Exactly right, and that's a heck of a point. Like, you're supporting an industry that we need to be supportive of.
Yeah, definitely, Rick. I think cold water fish in general, not just crappie, all cold water fish up here is better.
I'm going to add that cold water, saltwater fish, I think tastes better too.
Okay. Gotcha.
I love my species. I love my snapper, my sheep's head, and, wahoo, things like that. But man, you go into some of those cold water species like salmon, tilefish, swordfish. They're my favorites. Can't argue with that.
You can close on time.
Yes, we are. That hour went by quick.
Yeah, it did.
All right, so next week is Valentine's on Tuesday. We're going to still have a show over at John's, A&J Outdoors. Make sure to come see us. Not sure what the topic will be about.
Wear something romantic. Everybody in the chat.
Careful.
I'm going to get Jeremy Wade in on this one.
There you go. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week over at John's.
Have a great weekend. Get out there. Go have some fun. Get outdoors. Get some photographs. And let's talk about it next Tuesday at John's. Enjoy it. Go get out there and enjoy your time.
Peace out.